Okay, day 30. Let's go. And we start by running outside. I feel like this is the right move. The tool shed. The tomb seems interesting. This is very good. I've had this before. But let's go with the tool shed. Get 2 special items. A gear wrench. Every time you draft a mechanical floor plan, permanently adjust its rarity. Okay, interesting. And a sledgehammer. So this is the first time I've seen the gear wrench. Okay, let's start with the hallway. And the closet. Closet seems good. Key card. And a gem. Parlor. This box is empty. This box is empty. This puzzle is harder than it seems. I'm gonna say that that's false, and it's actually easier. Yeah, so that's true, that's true. Oof. Commissary is not good. Kitchen. I'm gonna risk the storeroom here. Storeroom, dig. Go with the pantry, grab an apple. I mean, I might as well get the chapel. And I definitely take the courtyard. There is a trunk in the courtyard. Or there was. And there is courtyard. So we've got digs in the courtyard. I'm gonna put the coat check there. I'm not gonna go and check anything in yet. Because I want it for the run. Security is good here. Oh, interestingly, I can... So it's currently standard, so let's bring it down to commonplace. I'm so confused as to what was going on there. Yeah, I was so confused. Likewise, as a redundant security measure. This is definitely D. Let's billiard room here. Coat and cot. This is definitely DA. Okay, 8. So 3 and 1 squared. So I'm assuming this is 4 squared, which is going to be 16. 16. 32 divided by 16 is 2. 1, 3, 6. Squared is 36. Minus 20 is 16. 16. Okay, silver key. Nothing here again. Shocking. Take the den. There's a pawn in the den. Tie and tier. I'll take the corridor. Take the library or the observatory? Take the library because I've got a book here. A History of Arinda. This book was reviewed and cleared for publication by the Fen Award Central Board of Education. It's been edited to confirm to our department inaccurate or unsuitable for public dissemination. Blank is a name used to designate realms of the eastern waters. Blank is no longer blank, known to the average citizen. Blank of the elder generation. We must permit our leaders to enjoin us to abandon our past. There's a crown. This feels like one that I might want to have a magnifying glass for. Most historians mark the beginning of the first era often noted as by the ascension of the first king, whose name, Aris, would later grace the burgeoning township in which he was crowned. Aris was known before his coronation as a prominent merchant lord. Regrettably, history is not always forthcoming, and the surviving records of these bygone days are mostly limited to trade agreements and sales receipts. Nevertheless, we can deduce from these ledgers that Oris had one aim: expansion. Territory spread forth from the heart of Oris, and by the end of the 1st century, a new kingdom was born. Blank. It was the 4th king who split this vast domain into 3 equal shares, 3 realms for his 3 children. To the eldest, he granted the fields and mountains of his great-grandfather, middle province and heartspring of the kingdom. The eldest accepted the gift. To the youngest, he bestowed upon him the realm of Arch Ares, land of the northern storms. And to the middle child, his only daughter, he gifted her the southern region of Araja, a land steeped in tradition. The 3rd era, mountain, heart. These are the 3 flags. Okay. Let's go back to this. So, hang on, previous page. To the youngest, he bestowed the land of the North Arch. So, the mountain is Arch Ares. The southern region is Urja, which is the Araja. Eraja. To the eldest, he granted the fields and mountains of his great-grandfather, the middle province and heartspring of the kingdom. The eldest accepted the gift. So, and this was the youngest. This was the eldest. And this was the middle. That was a daughter. I don't know if this is even, thing that makes sense. So as the 2nd era drew to a close, the 3 sovereign realms had achieved a period of remarkable prosperity. Each of the distinct regions, ruled by their respective siblings, monarchs, had blossomed, cultivating the bountiful resources of their lands. Despite these differences, the sibling monarchs managed to maintain friendly relations throughout their lives and were known for their cooperation in matters of trade and transportation. The 3rd era was defined by commerce between the 3 realms, further strengthening their bond, bright future. The 4th era, hello. Thank you so much for your cooperation with the department and with this investigation. We know that our presence is never convenient, especially for someone of your social status, but it means all the more that you're not only tolerant, but also willing to aid our efforts in getting this business done as quickly as possible. Hey, word notify. We are returning with this letter the book you lent us, though I must confess it was not as much help as I'd hoped. I'd heard that your library of rare and restricted books was quite extensive and was told by a reliable source that if a 1st edition and uncensored copy of the history of Aridia could be found, it would likely be in your own collection, but perhaps I was misinformed. Still, part of me thinks that you may have given me this censored copy as a jest, a taste, if you will, for the bureaucrat for their own medicine. If in that case, then I say, well done, fair play, and perhaps on my next visit we'll have a laugh about this after you've given me the actual manuscript. Unter then Detective Bon Margle, Redguard. King who's often seen drinking, the sight that shocked only the gentry, as king of, and then we were completely, Desolates was renowned as the king of. No one, when he made the decision to move castle and court behind. Those who were viewed common folk, these voices planted the seed which took root in the grand city of Fen. Era of ruin. Fourth era came to an end. The very next day, 6th of October, the Prince of Lurs and Fen declared himself the true monarch. Fensurrection, however, instead of restoring order, what ensued was a savage and merciless campaign against their own people. The gardens of Fen, once a centre of splendour, were transformed into a battlefield. Pacification of Fen. Is orange... Is it nuance? The brutality of the pacification of Fen did not go unnoticed by neighbours. As sympathy for the city surged, allies came forward to lend support. Among them was the general of the Northern Regiment, who, sickened by the barbaric actions of the other battalions, joined forces with the Prince Leosin to form a formidable army. Together, they leveraged their political influence and favours to persuade the nearby realms of Arch Aries, it's the north one, and Nuance to join their cause. So that could be the middle one. However, even with the tide turning, the War of the Fifth Era lasted 22 years and saw buried 1 in 3 men. However, even in his death, he had won, Oris had fallen, and with it the realm. Black flags that had flown for 5 eras were burned, and in their place, red banners were hoisted in honour of the fallen Fen. Few members of the royal family fled their lives in fear to the south, forever exiled. Today, the realm's inherited by the 3: Fen Ares, Arch Ares, and Erager. So, hang on. So, Nuance is not the name, but Fen Ares must be the name. The spruce and birch that span our realm. Spruce. Serves a constant reminder that we all share a common past. For this, despite everything else, a land rich in history, a land of myth and wonder, a land that sprung forth, blah, blah, blah. Interesting. Interesting. Let's go have a look at our records. 13 hours, 30 days. We've done 13 of 13 dartboards, and we're still missing 7 parlors. 1 upgrade disc. I always forget what's on this one. Oh, the scrapbook. Can't seem to ever pass it up. My favourite floor plan. Most paid for 17 gems. Holly. Maybe one day. Highest grade 1. Oh, interesting. Nice. That's a nice little touch. So I've made it to the 1st grade. Yeah, that's cute. Right, library. I'm gonna go for the music room. I haven't hit the music room before. This is a new room. Find here within those first words sung the key you seek in major tongue. But half the sheets are missing from the 4 you hold, the rest far flung. A half note held is quite the pun. Among this scattered symphony, a message hidden beneath the keys. In bold words sung by you and me, a fractured note, an urgent plea. In bold words sung, I do repeat. Alright, hang on. Music. Let's just go back. First. Words. First words. The ones of you who oft assume that you alone can solve this tune are likely going to get your due, and all the rage will ensue while working on this simple clue. White pages lined with melodies do hide the words we've come to seek, and from our choice among all these we write down one that seems to be the loudest type with ink that bleeds. First words on the... And then we've got 5 somewhere. Hang on. 5 is trees found inside will never... trees found inside will never shade the gems that shine in night and rain. Clue you hold cannot be paid with gems nor coins, so toss away these sheets. You find a worthy trade. And then we've got something. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Something, and then 8 is stones cut by hand and letters wrought do spell our secrets carved from thought. A message read is often lost among the bold words spoken soft. The note is read, the letter is not. So this is stones and message. First words on the sheet. Find the white. Find the white. Find the white. Trees. Ooh, secret garden key. First words on the sheets. Something stones message. First words on the... Yeah, so find among. Hang on. Find among the white trees. Something. stones. Find among the white trees something something stones. First words on the sheet, something stones message. Or it might be something something message. First words. Yeah, first words on the sheet, something something message. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is message. So I need to find sheets 6 and 7. Right, well, let's use the secret garden key here. Quite a few dig spots here. Oh, neat. I don't have to knock that down again. I'm glad, I guess because this is outside of the house, at this point, it doesn't reset. This I don't get yet. Seems to be sort of nothing I can do with this. But we'll unlock the west door as well. I'm gonna leave you on south. Because I feel like there's something that could be done with this. I don't quite understand what it is yet. I'm sure I will. Bum, 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 bum. Two, three, four. This is potentially an S. I would love to be able to reset you. Let's commissary. Gives me the opportunity to buy a shovel and buy some gem. So turnip for the books. I'll keep making that joke till it's funny. There's a dig in the storeroom and there's dig in the in the courtyard, which is down here. It's 10 and tent. This is a bunch of coin. Go with the bedroom. Surprised I had a key card. That's a cart and a chart. It's a joke worthy of dad jokes. This is true. I think I use the silver key here. Ooh, Chamber of Mirrors. Chamber of Mirrors. Let's go with this. So this is plane and planet. Okay. Okay, so I can't actually get through here. But maybe I can the next time I draft it or something. den. Oh, another courtyard. Metal detector. Dig. So this, I imagine, should be an L. Let's go along. Fan and flan. Grab a closet here. Coin purse. This is stag and stage. Yeah. Wait. Got everything from that. Take the boiler room. Oh, I can't afford the boiler room. The wine cellar. This is a tea. Plant. And plan. Und. Something und small gates. 8 dazes. Crack 8 safes. Right, so here we have to go down. I missed the trunk there. Ooh, pizza. Sure. Can buy the magnifying glass and buy a set of 4 gems, and we'll buy another gem. Definitely worth the step. Ooh, a green apple. Another apple there. Banana in the chapel. Okay, up to security now. Take the laboratory down. And we don't have power here. Okay. And now we are boned. Wood-fired pizza. Bacon and eggs, banana, club sandwich. It's not that. Can't be the menu beeping. Maybe it is. No. Definitely something here. In this corner. But I don't know what. So that opened that one. Something definitely funny going on here. Right, you are quite the trek around for the Hall of Mirrors, but I'm okay with that, I think. Yep. Security, billiard room. Den, chapel. To the library. Music room. Secret garden. Up to the pool, up to the dining room. Across the pool. Key. And now here we've got an opening here. We grab this key. But I think now we are blocked now. Yeah, we're definitely blocked. Oh, there's a key on the table there. Which means there's a key on the table there, there's a key on the table there. I think that's what's beeping. Plain planet. Right, let's head down to Coat Check and let's check something in. Corridor. Den. I did want to be pantry. Courtyard. Coat check. Yeah, let's check in the gear wrench, because that's something I haven't seen before. And that, for day 30, feels like a good run. Call day 30 there. We are a sizable manor. We got close. We got the secret garden. And we got it on the other side. And we were so close. We just got blocked at the last minute. But we got a couple of new rooms. Again, Chamber of Mirrors, new. Tool shed is new. And the music room is new. We got part of the way there. I think it needs a real planning to get that to work. But we'll call it there.